This is me, Satish Visangwan. Satish VI Sangwan. VI is something I asked Grok, and Grok says, as per astrology, your name is not correct. So it recommended that I add VI in my last name. So yeah, Satish VI Sangwan. This is me with some background lighting, some dark blue curtains, mainly used by people of colored community, you know. So here I am trying to record myself, trying to put myself out there. Let's talk about today. Today, my friend, wasn't really an amazing day, or maybe it was quite frustrating. My housemate, she kept making the household dirty, kept testing my boundaries of self-respect, you could say. I do not appreciate people who don't keep the place tidy, like clean. So yeah, that got me a bit. I did follow my everyday routine of doing my Vipassana meditation in the morning for about an hour, but as my mind was not very focused, so I was having a hard time focusing on my breath and then sensations within my body. But that's all right, it's part of the process. You have some frustrating days, some good days, some not so good days. I am not really coming right in the box. Like if I move this side a bit, yeah, now I think I am more in center as per the cinematic structure that's there in the phone. Like I'm using all these boxes that professional people use to make sure you are right in the frame. So it's like one line is right about here, another line is here, and kind of this is where the box is forming. So there's part of me, it's kind of cutting me here and then here. So yeah, that's about it. Looks like I'm doing all right with that. I learned this part from contentcreator.com. This guy is new, he's teaching people how to film, and I'm using the Blackmagic Cam app, and I'm using my iPhone 16 Pro Max's front camera. Ideally you want to use the rear cameras, but I want to see myself and see, you know, you can see my face, kind of I'm giving dead reactions, but that's because I was a bit, I still am a bit out of my head, or you could say in my head a bit. My mind is taken over a bit, but that's about it. So what else did I do? I took a shower, I ate twice. I knew we're gonna have a snowstorm today, and we did, and we had around 40 centimeters of snow in Toronto. Today is 15th of January 2026, and it snowed like crazy. I did watch some videos on Instagram and it was bad. So I took a shower and I had my breakfast late in the evening at around 4 p.m. Yes, I'm not kidding, at 4 p.m. I had 2 scrambled eggs, not scrambled, kind of, what are you gonna, I made kind of a pancake, like a omelette, and then I had 2 multi-grain breads with some jam on it, and I had 1 protein shake. So what do I use for my protein shake? That's amazing thing, let me tell you right there. So I would use some milk, some almonds, some pumpkin seeds, you got some raisins, then I have some blueberries and avocado. My That's you, let me show it to you. This is what I use. My whey protein, 1 scoop. This is the flavor. And then I had a banana and a half. And yeah, that's about it. That's about the shake I had. And I finished that up. After that, what did I do? Oh yeah, I messed around. Some time wasted here and there. Then I went out and I saw this huge pile of snow everywhere on the sidewalk, on vehicles parked onto the side of the road and on the road. And then I looked at my car and it was deep under the snow. So I had to clear snow all around my vehicle. It took me about 40-45 minutes. Yeah, I was a bit slow. Once I was done with that, I came back home, fucked around a bit, and then I had my second meal, scrambled eggs, four bread, some milk, some almond milk. I don't have it here, so I cannot show it to you. And then again, a scoop of protein into the milk. And yeah, pretty much that's what we did. I tried to look up online on Amazon, trying to find a good stand. I haven't been able to finalize what filming stand I'm gonna use, but I want to show you something, one thing real quick. Wait, right here. Sorry about that. So this right here, if you could see, this is a DJI 7P gimbal and it is supposed to be smart, and I paid around 300 something, 360 something for this gimbal, and it stopped working all of a sudden. So what it used to do, this is the arm and you're supposed to lift the arm up and the gimbal would start. But look at this now. If I show you onto this side, you have the battery sign, you have the Bluetooth sign, it's trying to connect, but you do not have all the 4 rings that you used to have that would operate this arm. But now if you look at it, it's just like free wind. Even if I take it out, this arm does not work. So I did try to talk to the, even if I press this power on and off, it still does not move the arm. The arm is still dead. So that's a huge disappointment for me. I did try to talk to the DJI support and they give me this big list: do this, do that, delete the app, download the app, change mobile phones. I have another one here, I tried changing it, did not work at all. And they said, what else they said? Firmware, it's something that comes within the app, change the firmware, update the firmware, and that didn't work. So now I am kind of hoping, because, well, don't judge my English accent, I am not that good. That's why I'm putting extra emphasis on certain syllables, because English is not my first language. Not saying that as an excuse. I'm gonna learn, practice the neutral English accent as I go along the way, that you can vouch for. I'm telling you, I'm letting you know right now, I am gonna what do you call it? What's the word for it? I am gonna improve my friend for sure. So wait for that. We'll progress together, my friend. What else can I tell you about my life? Well, there's another part of my life. This is a typical boxing glove. So you can tell I do some kind of training. And what's that training? The training is I do self-defense martial arts, but I don't do boxing. I am not doing Muay Thai, not doing MMA yet, and I'm not doing BJJ. What's BJJ? Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which people talk about a lot online. So what am I doing? I'm doing Krav Maga, Israeli martial arts. Most people think it doesn't work, but it does work, and let me tell you why does it work. Well, it does work because I am not training for a one-on-one caged fight yet. I am rather training for a real life scenario. Let's say somebody got this kind of knife and they attack you on a snowy day like today, where no real grip on the ground, movement is very much limited, you got some winter clothing on, you cannot move around much, your punches are not going to be that good. So what exactly the first thing that's going to help you? First thing is your mindset shift that comes from Krav Maga. Krav Maga teaches you to counter this with this. Yeah. So that's your mindset. This can be used, what this is used for, but that's a way of thinking that one has to develop, which makes sure that you don't become a victim out there on the streets. Let me put this away for now. So that's one thing, mindset shift, and then it makes you resourceful. Like this, you use it as a knife. You're being attacked by somebody, let's say in a library situation, in a classroom, in a school, and you could either die or you can defend yourself. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna use your pencil. Yeah, you defend yourself. Another example, I have this phone charging cable right here. This is just not a cable. If you have good mindset shift, this can actually strangle people. Yeah, it can. You see, it's pretty solid. You can actually use it to counter people when they're attacking you with a knife. So block, wrap around their hand, control, and that does not come from MMA, my friend. MMA or BJJ, unless the mindset is to counter people onto the streets, most of the time you are thinking about rules, thinking about being fair, and on the streets things happen within parts of seconds, not even seconds, microseconds, milliseconds. And in order to be able to defend yourself in that situation, you need mindset and muscle memory, and you need to work that muscle so that it becomes a part of you and it becomes more of like your natural reaction. And that happens by doing a lot of practicing real life scenarios. That is the main reason why I decided to go with Krav Maga. Well, there are other personal reasons which I will tell you as I move on to filming more videos and sharing more about myself. So that's one aspect of it. What else could I tell you about myself today? Mm, there are a few other things about my life story. Where was I born? What was my initial childhood like? Then my teenage, then my college years, and then my current life. Like my, you could say I'm almost going into my late 20s. And what else can I share with you? My life story, one thing, my personal childhood experiences, good and bad, that had a lot of effect on me. And you could say, while trying to build a new life, I am at the same time trying to heal from my old life, which is I'm trying to build a new identity while trying to heal from the old identity. So that's a big part of my story. And I can tell you my fitness goals, kind of body, physical fitness I want to achieve. I don't want to be like a bodybuilder. I don't want to be completely like a fighter. So I have my specific vision in my head, which I'll be sharing with you, and my artistic habits that I do to cater to my soul, the real me, the real identity of me. This is Don't Die. If you know Brian Johnson, the guy who's trying not to die, who's trying to defeat death for humanity. So yeah, I do believe in out of the world kind of things too. But coming back to, where was I? Before Don't Die, physical fitness. Yeah, physical fitness and artistic habits. Yes, I do write a bit. I like to write sometimes, a little bitty on X. More, I am more of like a philosophical kind of a person, and a little bit romanticism here and there, bits and pieces. That's there too, and somewhat spiritual. So that's another aspect of my story. We will talk about that. One thing, let me show it to you. I wanted to show it to you later. Let's do it right now. I am not promoting this book, but I am promoting what this book promotes, which is, yes, breaking free from porn. You could say I am in my last stages of breaking free from my porn addiction. I'm gonna talk about it in much detail in later videos, but for now what I can tell you is this. I had this porn and masturbation addiction, which means masturbating while watching porn. I did it for about 10 plus years. Yeah, a decade of experience I have how you fuck yourself up, kind of. Well, if you go overboard, if porn is never good, take it from me, someone who was addicted to it for over 10 years, I would say more so 12, 13 years. Porn is like eroding your soul, chipping away your soul little by little. Think about it. A beautiful sculpture, you got some nice sculpture, and you take a hammer and a chisel. Hammer is porn and chisel is your masturbation. And little by little, you keep hammering and you keep eroding your soul. You are making it weaker and weaker. That's what porn and masturbation does to you. I am not saying that everyone who is addicted did it for pleasure. In my case, I started it as a coping mechanism. What was I coping from? Well, so many things, different emotions, stuff that happened to me, but that really happened for me. But at that time, I did not know that it's happening for me, and I let it happen to me, which led me down the path of porn. And it's not a good place to be. It can get pretty nasty, lonely, depression, hopelessness, feeling lost in life, bad health, bad mind, low self-esteem, indecisiveness, you name it, kind of becomes a big spiral of issues, and you keep going down, 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 down. Your boat is sinking, and my boat sank too. I stayed underwater, barely keeping my nose out of the water, surviving somehow. And the time comes, you hit rock bottom and you're done living that way, and then you decide to make change. So that's part of my story too, my generational family trauma that was passed on to me by my father, and to my father by my grandfather, and to him by his elderlies, and how I am now trying to break that pattern. So if you want to picture it, picture all of us as like one person, as a matchstick, all standing in a line, and then fire is being passed down from one matchstick, one generation to another, and everyone is getting burnt. And now I am here, and next generations are to come. Now I am trying to take a step back, take the pain, take the fire coming in from this side, take it to not get burnt, but to get forced, and not pass it on to the next generation. So take the fire, take the trauma, instead of passing the weakness, the fire, the trauma, pass the kindness, the secure self to the next upcoming generation. So I'm trying to take this step back, and this is my life's biggest mission, also the hardest, also the scariest, also the most painful, and also hopefully the most important one. So yeah, that's a big part of me, my identity, my life, and while I am new, you could say this is one of the few times I sat in front of the camera and shot myself. Not shot, never going to do it. I could have when I was in college for the first time. At that time I was like pretty close to breaking up. So at that time, if I had a chance, maybe I could have. But I mean this shooting for now, putting myself in front of a camera and recording myself. I'm talking about this shooting, not this one. So one of my early videos, no script, just turned on the camera and decided to talk, and we are almost at about 25 minutes, 20 to 25 seconds. So I did tell you a lot about myself, bits and pieces. Didn't tell you in detail, of course. Did not tell you what do I do for work currently. How do I make a living? Where do I live? What's my life is going like? So hopefully I will be sharing all that information in upcoming videos. And this video I am going to put it online. Yes, online, out there. I did move a bit out of the structure. I should have been here, and I was kind of here for the most part. So this portion was empty and it's not gonna look that good. This one still has some, like, you got that light here and then curtain with the back. This part looks kind of empty, but anyways, so this is about it, folks. This is about it. This is about me. And for today, signing out. I am not going to make many cuts in this video. Initially it's going to be really hard for anyone to go past first 3-4 minutes. I think it's going to be really hard for anyone to make to these 27 minutes, but let's see if anyone does. I'm going to put it out there now. Probably no one's gonna watch it, but in future, after a few years, if someone does, if you relate to it, you can comment. If you want to say something nasty, don't be too nasty. Like, I can take a little bit nasty. And if you want to appreciate, I don't really want to flatter myself too much, but yeah, go ahead, appreciate it. Never mind. So primarily it's going to be on YouTube. So all right, YouTube or whatever platform you find it this video on. Alrighty, this is it for today. Have a good night. See ya.